My name is Lorena, and today I'm going to share when I decided to take my little boy to one of his first trips to New York. This trip is really long, it's about a 20-hour drive, so we decided to take one of our dogs that we had rescued with us. This is Sydney, so she was his companion in the back, gives him something to do. It was spring break, but there was still snow in New York, so when we got there, he's very excited to find out there was still snow to play in, so that was really fun for him. My dog really loves snow too. She's running around like a crazy animal, so that was really funny to watch. So some of the things he had wanted to do was go on a train ride the subway, ferry, and things like that. So we decided we would go to the city, and we decided to take the train. And it's about an hour into the city. So this was in Beacon. So you got to see the Hudson River, which here's a picture. It's a good bit of a glare, so you can't really see that well. So this is him on the train. He was really excited when they had concessions, so we could have hot chocolate and things like that. So that was really fun for him. We arrived in Grand Central Station, and if you've ever been there, you'll notice, see if I can get in there, which is really difficult. They have the constellations in the ceiling that light up, so that was really fun. He really enjoys reading, so we took him to the New York Public Library, and obviously it's really big. There's a lot of books for him. It was massive. He was kind of upset because he didn't get to spend a whole lot of time there looking at books. Got to play in the fountain at Bryant Park. And on Times Square, there are often a lot of pigeons. So he made friends with some pigeons there and shared his pretzel. And this is one of the pretzels. Let's try to zoom in. They're really big. We also took the subway. So he was really making silly faces here because it was something he really wanted to do. Then again, on the actual subway, he got to see what it's like to rush in and off of the subway. Then we went to Staten Island Ferry. We could take a ride so he could see the Statue of Liberty. And here he is, all cheesy. And if you zoom in really close, there's the Statue of Liberty, but the next picture actually shows a little better. So he actually got to see that, which is kind of fun for kids. Also fed all the seagulls. There are tons. And in one of the terminals while you're waiting, they have this huge aquarium. And the fish that are in there are huge. So that was really fun for him to see. Then again, other silly pictures on the subway. Then we went to the Natural History Museum. So we got to see some really large dinosaur replicas, like the Titanosaur. And this was massively big. So they have a lot of great exhibits from around the world. Some Africa. Then we went to Jekyll and Hyde, which is in Greenwich, which this is one of his favorite parts because when you have to go to the toilet, you have to find it. It's a hidden panel in the walls, which I don't know how well you can see it. It's like a books, and you have to push along the wall to find it. So that was really fun. They also had dinner and shows, and it was very interactive. So he had a lot of great time there. We went through Soho, and here's one of our little squirrel friends. He got to feed him popcorn. And of course, you have to go to Chinatown. So there's one little park. I don't know if you can see in the background, but there were a lot of people playing mahjong and things like that. In one of the little shops, they had a lot of cool coins and sculptures and things, so we picked out a few souvenirs. Then of course, Little Italy, you have to go there. And then we went to Yonkers also. My little boy is a really big fan of Lego, so I took him to Legoland in Yonkers. And he loves Legos. So there's these really big replicas of the city, which are really tall. And that just kind of gives you an idea of how big these buildings are. They're made out of Legos. And of course he loves Ninjago, so this was a funny face he was making because that was one of the characters. And a motorcycle that was big enough for him to ride on. And he really loves Star Wars. So there was an R2-D2 and this really cool display where he could race the pod racers. There was controls here, so he got to race them. They were building kits, and they made a platypus. And then, of course, a really huge Yoda. And one of the wizards, he was acting like it hit him on the head. I don't think you can see the wand in his head. Just being silly. And really, that was about it. We got to see family and friends and visited, but that was something that was really special for him. All right, thank you.